2018 and any incoming transfer students watching. We are so excited to have you back for the next installment of our Wildcat Welcome Hangouts over the summer. My name is Theo Cunningham. I'm the Director for Transfer Students on the Wildcat Welcome Board of Directors, and I am joined this evening by a sample of the awesome, wonderful peer advisors that we have. You guys should have been contacted by your PA by now, kind of starting to talk to your PA group online. It's really exciting stuff. We're super happy to have you. They're going to be answering all of your questions this evening that you guys have submitted thus far. If you have a question that comes to mind throughout the Hangout, you can definitely ask us using the, what's that called? It's like a hashtag thing, something like that. That's the one, that one. WW Hangout, Wildcat Welcome Hangout. You can send us a Facebook message at the Wildcat Welcome Board of Directors account, or you can always send us an email, wildcatwelcome@u.northwestern.edu. Definitely hit us up with your questions. Without further ado, I'm going to let these super dope people introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Piku. I am a junior in the Medill School of Journalism. I'm a journalism major, and I'm from California, from Fremont, California. And this summer, I've been in Evanston and Chicago. I have an internship downtown, and I've been eating a lot of donuts and Instagramming my way through the city.
Hey guys. I'm Clayton Shuttleworth. I am originally from Overland Park, Kansas. I'm actually a rising junior this year in the School of Communication studying performance studies, but I'm also double majoring in mathematics through the Weinberg College of Arts and Sciences. And then this summer I've also been staying in Evanston. For the first half of the summer was interning at the Music Institute of Chicago, and I'm now working full-time as a tour guide, so I'm still on campus.
Hi everyone, my name is Luke Cienciato. I am from Mundelein, Illinois, and I'm a rising senior, social policy international studies major. And this summer I was interning in DC at the Wildlife Conservation Society. I just got back a couple days ago, so I've just been kind of hanging out and enjoying home until school starts.
Hi y'all, I'm Elizabeth Lucia. I am from Auburn, Alabama. I'm a sophomore in the Beanan School of Music, majoring in trumpet performance. And this summer I've been kind of floating around. I was at a music festival up in the Berkshires for about a week, and I was backpacking in California. So I'm just hanging out, getting excited for Wildcat Welcome.
Hey guys, I'm Evan Rosati. I'm from Levittown, New York, which is on Long Island. I'm a junior majoring in chemical engineering. And this summer, in the McCormick School of Engineering and Applied Sciences. And I'm currently home, but this summer I spent 6 weeks studying abroad in China on an IPD program, which stands for International Program Development, and that was really awesome.
Hey there, everyone. My name is Soa. I'm from Ellicott City, Maryland, which is about halfway between Baltimore and Washington, D.C. I'm a rising junior, class of 2016, in Weinberg, studying psychology, economics, and creative writing, which sounds like a lot, but it's kind of doable on the quarter system. And this summer I've been in Boston working at a publishing company. And I finally got back home so I can enjoy the summer.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Oh, they're so cool. I'm so glad that we get to chill for the next half hour-ish. So our first question is related to academics, very important. So students are kind of experiencing all their friends are starting to go to orientations for other schools. When do Northwestern incoming students make their schedules? What should they be doing over the summer to prepare for that? Anything? Any advice?
Yeah, I have lots of advice. So definitely don't be stressed out about scheduling and everything. There's plenty of time that we're gonna have once you get to campus, and a lot of students that are on the semester system are obviously at college doing this, but when you get to campus in September, you're going to have the Wednesday and Thursday of Wildcat Welcome. You're going to have time to talk to your PAs and your advisors and make really awesome, solid schedules that you're really excited about, and you're going to have advising throughout the week. And after you figure out your schedule at Wildcat Welcome, you'll be able to buy your books and get prepared for school. So just hang out, enjoy your summer, get some sunshine. Yeah.
Oh, love that. All about the sunshine. Thank you very much. So on that kind of, in that vein, do students need to have a major declared coming into Northwestern? What is that process like? Any information?
Yeah, totally. I'll take that. You totally don't need to worry about having a major right now if you don't have one. I actually came in one major to school and then realized that I wanted to do another one. It was super easy. A lot of people come undeclared. Undecided is actually our most popular major decision as you're coming to Northwestern. And you have so much time to talk to your advisor, to talk to your peer advisor, to talk to other students, and to take classes in a lot of different areas. When you do decide to settle in on one major, it's just a really easy, like you fill out a form, sign something, and you just have to do that no time soon before the end of your sophomore year, so you don't even have to start thinking about it really. So don't worry at all if you don't have your mind set on a major yet. You'll have plenty of time to do some exploration when you get here.
Oh, thank you, Clayton. That is a huge relief. All right, this is a very important one for all future Wildcats. How do we get into sporting events?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So as you guys might remember from your PAs, you had to submit a photo for your wild card. So the wild card is actually your pass into all the sporting events. So you can bring that to the stadium, just present it to the people there, and you'll be good to go. And in the case that any of you want to go to football games this summer before we get to campus, you can pick up your wild card from the office and actually go before school even starts. So it's awesome. Definitely recommend it. Get those wild cards and get those pictures in if you haven't yet. You've still got time.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so excited for the games. Oh, it's going to be great. If anyone is in on the team, hit me up. All right. Can anyone tell me when the Wildcat Welcome schedule is released?
I can. All right, so there should be an overview of the Wildcat Welcome schedule in the latest March to the Arch issue. But when you move in, you'll get a packet from your desk when you check in and get your key and everything that will include a booklet, which is your personalized schedule for Wildcat Welcome. So don't worry about that. All the times and places and everything will be there included in that booklet. It's laid out incredibly well, very low stress, and we'll have the best time ever.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. All right. What have we got next? Sorry, I'm a little lost in my list here. So for move-in day, that's where we're going next. That's a little bit of a confusing process. Can anyone explain what that's like when we first arrive? Are you getting information? Anything like that?
Yeah, so the move-in process, it's pretty simple, really. There'll be a big move-in day where all your parents will help you move all your stuff in, and there'll be tons of PAs there and tons of other students there. They're called the Purple Posse, and they help move you guys all into the dorms and stuff, get you all settled, ask any questions you have. It's a super easy process, and it's really fun too. So definitely something to look forward to.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. So to supplement that a little bit, once you get to campus, you're going to come. It's really exciting. There are a lot of people who are really, really excited to move all your stuff in. Once you kind of get acquainted, you're going to go to a Wildcat Welcome Center, where you're going to receive a personalized booklet that's going to give you your individualized schedule based on your school, any programs you do, whatever. It's right there. It's got your name on it. It's really fun. You're going to get that, your wild card, all sorts of good stuff to make sure that you are on track for a great Wildcat Welcome and start your first year at Northwestern. So next, we will be rolling with our parents related to move-in. What are our parents kind of doing during Wildcat Welcome? Can anyone help me with that?
So I could take this one. So parents their schedule is usually a little bit different than your schedule during Wildcat Welcome. So they usually leave in 3 waves. Some parents leave after the President's Welcome, which is for the parents on Monday night. A lot of parents leave right after March Through the Arch, and the Kiss and Bye, you'll have time to say goodbye on Tuesday morning before we head to Millennium Park and have some great fun. And then other parents leave that night when parent orientation is officially over at 6:30 p.m. So you might be able to see them there, but I'd say most parents leave usually after the Kiss and Bye. So you'll be able to say goodbye and let them off the leash and go ahead.
Let them off the leash, Evan. Oh my goodness. No, that's awesome. Super exciting. So kind of related to that more logistically, for move-in, when do we get our move-in time? When is move-in time?
Yeah, I can take that one. So students will receive an email with like a sign up for their move-in time towards the end of August, and once you sign up, you'll have a 45-minute block or so when you can drive your car to the front of your dorm and drop off all of your stuff so that you can then pick it up and move into your room and take your time doing that. So you'll need to print a copy of that permit once you do get that email, and I believe put it in the front window of the car that you're driving in with.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Such a smooth process. We've gotten this from a few students, so we're excited to allay some concerns. For those with food allergies, what do we need to do for Wildcat Welcome / for eating at Northwestern in general?
Got it. I'll take that one. So first things first, if you have any kind of food allergies at all, please contact SSD, which is Services for Students with Disabilities, I believe. You're going to contact them, let them know if you have any allergies at all. And then if you have any allergies or any other kind of dietary restrictions, you're going to want to contact our university dietitian, Justin Heaton, and just let him know about your allergies. He'll arrange a meeting with you and any of the chefs at, or with one of the chefs at one of our dining halls on campus, who will make sure that you are going to have throughout the year food that is going to be, that you're going to be able to eat. That said, our dining halls on campus are incredibly accommodating to anybody with any type of dietary restrictions. We have vegetarian and vegan options every single day. If you eat gluten-free or if you're lactose intolerant, if you eat kosher, we have a kosher station. Definitely all sorts of accommodations for students with dietary restrictions. But if you have any kind of allergies, just go ahead and to be safe, you should probably contact SSD, Students with Services for Students with Disabilities, rather, and then our school dietitian. We have you covered.
That was awesome. Thank you. I actually just saw a statistic earlier today that Northwestern's dining halls were ranked number 5 in the nation. So it's kind of nifty, kind of fun. But that is absolutely correct. So on our kind of moving track that we're on here, what are good items to bring? Advice there.
I got that. So there is a really comprehensive list of things that you should bring to move-in or on the Northwestern Residential Services website. So that'll kind of get you going for a starting list. And then also your PAs will have a lot more advice on any specific questions you might have about what to bring for move-in, and you should have all gotten your PAs by now, so contact them, hit them up all the time. They're really excited to answer all your questions, and yeah, that should be pretty good for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So this is one we've gotten a few times. So there's some sort of activity fair at the end of the week of Wildcat Welcome. Does that include all of the different clubs and groups and things I can do at Northwestern? And how can I participate in those? Help?
Yeah, that's an awesome question. So the Activities Fair, like you said, is this big event during Wildcat Welcome where a ton of student groups spread throughout the Student Center. They set up booths with information about each of their groups, and you just kind of walk around and see what interests you. So yeah, like pretty much all the groups are there, and you'll have a chance to sign up for their listservs, which are means of them contacting you in the case that you want to get involved. But you might not get to all the booths, but that's totally okay. There'll be plenty more chances to get involved while you're on campus. Students or groups are always reaching out to students to find more members. And there's also an involvement expo during Wildcat Welcome that'll help explain a little bit about what it means to be involved on campus. So that'll definitely help you guys out.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm super excited that Involvement Expo is going to be happening just to kind of see everything that's out there because there's so much that you can do at Northwestern. And it's so awesome. All right, so our themes are kind of moving and food, which I'm into both of them. So our next question is, how do we get a fridge shipped to campus, stuff like that? Let's talk about this.
All right, so it's actually really easy to get all of your stuff on campus. If you go to the Res Services page, Northwestern Residential Services webpage, there's a lot of information for how you can get your stuff shipped to school. If you have to move lots of boxes and you're flying to campus, it's a really great way to get all that, no hassle at all. So you can find it all on the Res Service webpage. As far as refrigerators go, in March to the Arch, there's info for Res Essentials, which is a company that we endorse, so you can get your fridge from them, or you can rent one, which is also from, there's like all that information in March to the Arch. If you don't want to actually buy your fridge, if you're not sure, you can coordinate with your roommate, try to figure that out. And you can check out bedloft.com for rentals, which is a really good option. And that way you know that your refrigerator is going to be in line with the university specifications. So if you're worried about buying a fridge, there's dimension limitations on that. So you can go through those programs and you'll know that it'll work out just fine.
So another easy way that I found when getting the stuff to campus, so I'm from New York, so it was hard, but my parents, we got a car. So an easy way to get stuff was you can go to your local Bed Bath & Beyond and you can go through the store and order stuff there and then like pick it up at the store. I think it's in Skokie. And the same thing with a fridge. I ordered one online from Walmart and then picked that up at the store, and that was like an easy way also if you have access to a car.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Keep your fridges well stocked. Snacks are important. All right, I like this question because people always come up with such interesting and creative things that I never would have thought of. But what is something someone wished they would have packed when they first came to campus, or an unexpected item that ended up being useful?
Yeah, sure. I can take that one. So my favorite thing that I acquired during my freshman year was a really nice foam mattress topper. It was really nice to go home to a super comfortable bed after classes or just after a really long day with extracurriculars or hanging out with friends. So I'd definitely recommend investing in one of those. It's not too expensive. You can normally get it on the Res Essentials page.
Thank you so much. I definitely agree with that. All right, another very popular question that we frequently get is, for those who are from warmer weather areas, particularly from the south, is our question master is from, how do we survive the winter?
All right, so I can definitely answer this one. Like I said before, I'm from Auburn, Alabama, so definitely not at all used to cold weather in any sort of way or fashion, and I had to definitely stock up on some cold weather clothing before I came to Northwestern. There are two ways you can do this. One, what I did is I went ahead before I even left home and went to online stores, pick your favorite outdoor clothing line, and got a down coat, which I definitely recommend. Wool socks will save your life, even in the fall. You definitely want those. And the third thing that I would totally recommend is getting a hat, because I didn't think people actually wore hats in real life until I moved to Chicago, and I realized that it's the #1 way to keep you warm, especially during winter quarter. The second way you can do cold weather clothing is just wait until you get on campus, because honestly, you won't need any of these items as soon as you get there. Fall quarter is not that cold until maybe we get towards December. So if you want to check it out and go to places in Evanston, that's a really good option. There's a North Face store down the street from campus. You can totally walk there. So if you want to kind of check it out, ask your new Northwestern friends who are maybe from Chicago already what they do. You can also do that and just kind of wait it out. You'll have a situation that you might feel like you need, and you'll be good to go. It's really not that bad. You guys can totally do it.
I'm from California, so I also have some things to say. I mean, first of all, like, don't worry. Everyone's going through the cold, so it's kind of like a communal bonding. But I actually waited until Parents' Weekend to buy a lot of stuff in Chicago, so that was kind of nice because I felt like the selection in Chicago was more, there was just like a bigger selection and a bigger variety, so it was kind of nice to go downtown, and there are a lot of options for cold weather clothes, and definitely like investing in a good winter jacket because you're going to use it all 4 years. And everything Elizabeth said is definitely true, but yeah, winter is fun and snow is cool and it's exciting.
Yes, snowman, let's go. That's great. I think Elizabeth hit it on the head. Wool socks are key to life. But yeah, it's going to be a great time. We're going to do it. So our next question regarding res halls: can we loft beds in res halls?
Great, I'll take this one. And so it totally depends on the residential building you're living in. My freshman year and sophomore year, I lived in Jones Residential College, where we couldn't actually loft our beds. But some of the residential colleges, you can actually loft your beds to lift them up or lower them down. Have space underneath them. And if you are living in one of those residential buildings, when you move in on move-in day, you can ask the res services people there, or you can contact res services after you move in to loft your bed. You're not actually allowed to loft your bed by yourself, but if you can get one of the res services people to help you, they're happy to help you loft your own bed. A lot of the beds, though, so in my residential building, freshman and sophomore year, Jones Residential College, a lot of the beds, you could actually bunk them if you wanted to, and that's another thing that you're going to want to ask res services for help with. So my freshman year, my roommate Taylor and I bunked our beds, but a lot of people chose to unbunk them and have them spread out. So there's a lot of different options, but whatever residential building you're in, whatever option you want to go with, make sure if you have to lift any of the beds up that you're contacting residential services, but they can totally help you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Clayton. Thank you. All right, so now we're looking for the real inside scoop on Thanksgiving break, specifically the Wednesday before classes. Are a lot of people going home? Do professors cancel class? What's the deal?
Yeah, so I can answer this one. So this is something I always wonder about every year when I start school, and it largely depends on the professor if they want to cancel the class. But I would say a majority of the professors do cancel classes on Wednesdays, and you can figure that out almost immediately when you get your syllabus in the beginning of the year. Usually they have a detailed schedule, and you can see that Wednesday if they have classes, and sometimes they'll cancel it closer to the date. But I remember I had one class in the morning, but it was very early, and then I was able to fly home later today. So it's really later classes they usually tend to cancel also. And then you can also see your schedule for exam week for your finals. So if you need to schedule how you're getting home for then, you can also look at the syllabus and you can see that the date that you can go home from there too.
Awesome. Thank you so much. On the topic of breaks, how often in general would we say people at Northwestern tend to go home? What would you recommend as an amount?
Yeah, I can take that one. So I'm from the East Coast, so it's a little bit harder for me to go home than some other students. But for those of you who are closer to campus, it's really up to you and your family. Some people go home more than others. It depends on how convenient it is and all of those things. But I would definitely recommend staying on campus for at least a few weekends during the quarter so that you can experience all of the on-campus events. You'll see some of the shows, some of the plays. But if you do feel homesick or you just want to go get your parents' delicious cooking, I would definitely recommend visiting home every once in a while.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So it's a little bit more abstract, but I'm really curious. I think it's kind of interesting. What would you say is the biggest thing you learned your first year?
I'll take this one. First of all, I learned so many things my first year. It's a really exciting transition from high school to college. There's a lot to learn about Northwestern and the university environment and what it's like to juggle classes when parents aren't there. And so you definitely learn a lot. The thing that I learned about my freshman year is that I couldn't be closed-minded about anything. I couldn't just restrict myself from looking into anything or exploring anything because of what I thought. I ended up totally finding myself loving a new major my fall quarter in my freshman year. I found myself being involved in student groups that I didn't even know about before that. And so the biggest thing that I learned about freshman year was that I just needed to really embrace all of the options that were out there and allow myself to explore a lot of things. And so I allowed myself to do that and found myself really enjoying myself even more than I had up to that point.
I would say along the same lines, it's really hard to pick one thing that I would during my freshman year. And I just finished my freshman year, and I know that when I was in the same kind of time a year ago, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get so much better at this thing. I had a plan for myself of all the ways I was going to grow in my first year at Northwestern. And the coolest thing actually about coming to Northwestern is that I grew in ways that I had no idea I was even going to grow in. So the things that I learned weren't things that I expected. So kind of what Clayton said, don't limit yourself. Don't be closed-minded about others, but definitely don't be closed-minded about yourself and let yourself grow into Northwestern and with all the cool people that you'll meet once you get here.
Chills, that was wonderful. That was great. So continuing in that vein, what are some favorite parts of Wildcat Welcome?
So this will be my third Wildcat Welcome, and it's really exciting to be a part of such a unique experience because you really do get to experience Northwestern for the first time, and that's really special. And my favorite part about Northwestern was probably just meeting really, really different types of people, just by having a PA group of students that are really different and come from different places. I think that's just the best ways that you're thrown into this cool environment, and it's a really nurturing environment, and you get a chance to experience it in your own way, but also learn about so many other different types of people, and it's just really, really fun, and you have to trust yourself that it's going to be a really fun experience as well.
I'm going to jump onto that one as well. So my favorite part of Wildcat Welcome is just the energy involved in it. Everyone's really excited to get to campus. For PAs, you're excited to meet new people, see your friends, just kind of get back into the swing of things and remind yourself why Northwestern's as amazing as it is. So just all of the events, there's a lot happening during Wildcat Welcome, and it makes you more excited for the school year to start.
I'll add on too, and if any of my students are watching, they know I said this in my email, but for me, Wildcat Welcome is really like Disney World to me. It's magical. It's such a cool experience where you get to have these 8 days without classes. You get to meet all these cool, intelligent people, and you can really be yourself. And that's such an awesome thing to be able to do.
All right, I'm going to finish this question up. So this is my third Wildcat Welcome as well. And people might have mentioned it before, but Wildcat Welcome extends beyond the beginning of your freshman year. It really extends throughout your entire college experience. So in my time as a peer advisor, the thing that I've really enjoyed most is seeing all my peer advisees evolve throughout their time at Northwestern, whether it's within the first initial few weeks of their freshman year or after 2 years down the road. It's a really special experience and something that I've really, really come to treasure. So, yeah.
I want to go right now. That sounds so fun. Y'all are awesome. We did get another question from a student that I'm really excited about. If we don't do pre-Wildcat Welcome programs, will we be at a disadvantage?
Yeah, I'll take this one. So first of all, you should know, everybody should know, only a quarter of students actually do our pre-Wildcat Welcome programs. They're great experiences if you want to have them, but if you don't, you're totally not at a disadvantage. That's exactly what Wildcat Welcome is for. You're supposed to come here, and it's your first experience with your entire class. You have your RA on your residence hall or your residence building's floor. You're going to have an RA that's getting you introduced with your residential community, and then you're going to have your PAs going to get you introduced to just like the university in general, as well as your PA group. There's going to be so many opportunities throughout Wildcat Welcome to explore campus and to make friends and to just like experience this really new place for everybody. And everybody's going to be experiencing it at the same time. And so if you aren't going on a pre-Wildcat Welcome program, you're absolutely at no disadvantage. That's not to worry.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And with that, as quickly as it came, this installment of Wildcat Welcome Hanging Out on Google Plus has come to a close. There are a lot of kind of meetups, new student meetups happening in a lot of cities and regions around the country. So if there's one in your area, definitely check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be hanging out once again on September 10th. So close to Wildcat Welcome. It's insane. But until then, keep doing what you do. Have fun. And good night.